check, mic check. Okay, we are live. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just doing a few little things in a minute, but we are live here for the Tier 2 Touring Car Championship. We are in on a minute.
And we've started off really well with Laney having a spin. As soon as Daniel's multitasking as we speak. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to the 7 people already watching. My name's Kelly Davis. I'm joined with Daniel Davis here in the commentary box for Tier 2 of the Touring Car Championship here on Motive Racing. Me and Daniel have spent the last 5 minutes or so trying to pronounce this track. We'll tell you a little bit about this track in a minute, and I'm going to have another go at pronouncing it in just a moment when I've been on Google and gone. Oh, of course, it's turned down now, isn't it? Yeah, let's. Roller Easter, something along those lines. As you can hear at home, my French isn't particularly good, but we're here at Roller Easter in the Normandy region of France, North France, for tonight's Tier 2 and Tier 1. My missus is sitting next to me giggling her head off now at my French pronunciation. It's a bit more like hello than it is commentary right at the moment. So let's talk a little bit about the track then. It's a road course, permanently closed at the moment.
Sorry, can we just before we get into that, I will have to restart the session in a minute. We do have a driver who's meant to be in, but for some reason he isn't in here. So I don't know how to stop the session, but can you press start?
Can I press start? I'm sure I can. If I knew how to do it, Daniel.
Okay, this is... okay, so we're going to just quit the session a minute and just redo the session real quick as we go a driver who is meant to be in here but he hasn't received an invite. So give us a minute as we get this sorted and organised. But Kelly, you said you had some interesting facts to tell us about this circuit that we are at.
Well, you say that I've got some interesting facts. I don't know if they're all that interesting. There's not an awful lot to say about this track. It's a bit of a weird one, as we see. No, we don't. Up until a while ago, the curve.
We're just going to be getting ourselves, yeah, we're just trying to get ourselves sorted here. As like I said, we did have a couple of drivers who were meant to be into the session, but due to complications that we are trying to organise right now, they should be able to join this session. I'm trying to do this as quickly as I possibly can. This is the problem when you're trying to run 2 leagues at the same time. So, give me a second.
And then as we may move to Tier 1, a bit later on, it'll be Daniel, all on his Todd, I believe. Is that right, Daniel?
Yeah, it will be me or my own, and I'm hoping that the other drivers are listening right now. They should be leaving the session and joining into the new one. Due to, like I said, due to the fact of complications and other drivers not turning up on time, and obviously other issues as well due to not receiving notifications. We should be underway as soon as possible, but like I said, it's a bit of a handful considering we've got some guys over on a different game and other guys running on here, but we will eventually try and get things sorted and organised best for you. But while we're in this situation, I will do a quick run through of the championship standings while we are here. So last time out we were at Brno in the wet conditions, and Brno was a very tricky circuit for sure. And as I've got the standings right now, so currently Laney is leading the championships in the Tier 2, and he's got a 72 points to his name. Boopneep is currently sitting in 2nd place, and he's 12 points back. Delore is sitting in 3rd place, 20 points back. We got WSRCJ is 20 points back in 4th place. We've got Craig in 5th, who's 29 points back. Vliga, who's actually Delore's brother, is 35 points back. Klaus Martini, who sadly will not be racing here tonight, is 35 points back. He's busy doing something, I'm not sure what. Nick De Villa then runs up behind with 55 points. Leon Fernie, another no-show for tonight, which is a shame that we don't have him, will be 61 points back. ESA Jaffa Cake is 72 points back. Snowman, I think this is his first event here this evening, is 72 points back, and then Zande is 72 points back as well. So there is the current standings at the minute, as we're just waiting for the drivers to come in. And like I said, they should be leaving their session and coming into this one, but I'm not sure why they haven't come out yet.
Do you want to go and have a look, Daniel, and go and talk to the drivers?
I sadly cannot leave the session while it's like this.
Right, okay. Well, we hope that the rest of the drivers are going to join us very, very
like
shortly.
I said, it's very important that these drivers turn up on time. It's not fair on the guys who have turned up on time. But I think G is currently trying to sort them out as we speak.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, we're getting some few more. Snowman. Yeah, they're starting to come along bit by bit. Sorry for the delay. As we said, this is we've got a couple of championships on the go at the moment. Various streams on Motive Racing. The seat.
Yes, you are.
France is where we are this evening for Tier 2 and Tier 1. The Tier 1 drivers will be with us at about 8 o'clock. After this session, myself, I'm racing in that one and hoping to have a better outing than I've had in the past 2 rounds. As I said, I've been practicing around this track and it is extremely tricky. Extremely tricky. Curbs It's basically a road course, and you've got road-type curbs each side of the track, and no real motorsport-type curbs to roll on and roll off. It is really street curb type stuff, and as soon as you hit that curb, it completely unbalances the car. The first section of the track is extremely high speed. Turn 1 is flat out. Turn 2 is a lift through there, but it's still extremely fast. Then you come down to a very, very tight 180-degree hairpin, which is a very heavy braking zone on the end of a left-hand. Things out, as I say, a bit of a technicals, but we will get there in the end for some cracking good touring car driving. Got 9 people watching at the moment.
Again, I apologise once again to the 9 people who are watching, but like I said, we are trying to get ourselves sorted. But to the Tier 2 drivers who have been struggling to be on time, remember this race session will start at 7 o'clock every Sunday night, so you need to be here and ready, or else we will start without you. This is the last chance of being in and ready to go. But I believe we have everyone.
Tough, Daniel.
Well, we have a strict.
That's the way.
We have a strict schedule, and at the end of the day, we will have to try and sort things out. I've just got one more driver to get in. I will. No, and we're trying our best to entertain for people right now. So give us a few moments, and I'm sure we will get things underway. Like I said.
Those guys watching, if you can like the page, subscribe to the channel, and we'd love to see your comments this evening. You can chat along in the comments on the live stream on YouTube, so please do. We love to hear from you. It makes us feel appreciated, and we can have a little feedback on the comments. So please do say hello. Come along. Oh look, we're all ready with.
We're all ready to go.
Excellent. That's what we're looking forward to. We've already got. I believe that's Nikki, isn't it? On the Daniel probably hasn't got a chance to. How's Dan
Sorry,
today?
Nikki. Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel's multitasking at the moment, and Daniel's multitasking and struggling with it. Well, he is just a man, isn't he? So, yes, we are underway. We are loading, as you can see. We will have some touring car action on the track very, very shortly for you. Hi, Kelly. Yes, hello, Nikki. Glad you're here. You usually are. Love to see you in the comments. Anyone else want to comment, say hi? Please do feel free. As I said, the comments are great. It gives us feedback. Lets us know that you guys are there and watching, and we're not just talking to the wall.
Yeah, we're not alone.
Each other, for that matter.
Yeah, it makes us feel that we're not alone. But I believe we got everyone that we can in tonight. We've got 13 people watching the stream. Again, I apologise to the people who have been sitting patiently and waiting. We are trying to be a little bit better on timing, but due to this, we've had a few technical problems with other drivers. But we are here. We are in France, the north of France, ready to do the Tier 2 qualifying session for the touring cars. Should be an interesting session. Like I said, I haven't really been paying attention or listening to what Kelly has been saying. I've been trying to sort things out, but this circuit is a handful by the looks of it. I've had a quick go and the curbs are lethal here.
Yeah, I didn't realise that this session was in the dark either. I believe the session time is 6 in the morning. Is it, Daniel?
This is 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. If I was a touring car driver, I'd be very upset about being up at 6 in the morning to do qualifying. This is qualifying. Again, I believe, yes, Daniel.
That is correct. So the tier 2s will have the tier 2s have a 15-minute qualifying session, and there's no reverse grid. There's no messing around with these guys. It's full flat out from start to end, and they will have a 13-minute qualifying session. So they really have to get their eyes sorted here. This is actually a 5 a.m. qualifying session, not a 6 a.m. So
oh, sorry.
So yeah, the race is 6 a.m. So they might have a little bit of light, but not much. But even so, this circuit is difficult in the day, let alone at night, as we're losing some people from the stream. All that hard work that I've just done is a complete waste of time.
Why? What's happened?
We've lost a few drivers, but hopefully they should be able to get back into the session.
Okay. So yes, as I said before, for those of you always Craig is all over the shop. There's going to be an awful lot of me and Daniel going, oh, he's going to crash. No, he's not. There's going to be a lot of that because certainly with the Renault Megans, the back end steps out something rotten. There's a lot of high-speed corners and not a lot of grip. As I said about the curbs are going to be absolute key this evening because as soon as you touch them, they unbalance the car so incredibly badly that you're all over the place, send you up the wall or whatever. It's a road circuit and you've got about 10 foot of grass, as you can see there now, as we're on board with Craig. And then you've got a picket fence, and that is about what you've got all the way round. As Craig comes around to complete a lap, I would have thought this probably his out lap in the times of the session. We'll see if he comes across the line and sets a time. No, it must be an out lap. So, as you can see, I thought it was going to be a huge crash then. Obviously ghosted right through it. The pit lane in and out is another one which is incredibly difficult. The pit lane in is incredibly fast. It's a very short pit lane. As we can see, who have we on board? Nick Villa there we go. Someone there stuck by the side of the road. I don't know who that is. Gone back to the pits now anyway. Yes, as I was saying, the pit lane is extremely short. It's a very quick in and a very quick out. And it feeds straight into the lead up to turn one. So it's going to be incredibly tricky for the drivers when people come out the pits. You can see as Nick Villa goes past the pit entrance, the pit is just there and comes out, as you can see, just before the first corner. So it's going to be tricky. I've spent some time trying to learn this track and trying to get into the groove. I got into a bit of a groove. As we see Nick get the back end out. Slide. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of that, I tell you, this evening, an awful lot of it. Especially as we've got someone else's off, especially in Tier 1 when we've got more drivers. So there's going to be an awful lot of that slipping and sliding around the place, believe you me. So for you guys at home, should be a very interesting race. I'm going to throw it out there. My fastest time, before we get any times on the board, was a 59.2. A 1:59.2, that is.
Right.
Is a 1:59.2, and I spent about 2 hours as we see Nick Villa get all crossed up and manages. The thing with this track is you can usually pull it back into saving it, but it's not until you've kind of taken out about 6 picket fences in someone's garden shed and a washing line before you get back to the track. But you can pull yourself out of trouble. So, as I was saying, we've got Laney's got a 2 minute dead. Is the fastest man on track at the moment. As I said, in practice, I did a 50. Yeah, that was close as well. A 59.2 I did in practice. So I'm hoping that's competitive, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm just currently looking onto the stream right now. We've got 14 people liking the stream right now, and we've got 8 thumbs up. 1 thumbs down. I'm again probably because of the reason of trying to sort things out. Please do not dislike this video due to the fact of technical problems. We have been trying to sort this out as best we can. It's not due to myself and Kelly, it's due to some of the drivers are not really paying attention to their time schedules. So we are now underway and sorted. So right now we are currently seeing Laney is as the fastest man at the minute, but it looks like ESA Jaffa Cake will be gaining a penalty for probably speeding in the pit lane. But please, we got a few people in the comments right now. We got Nikki, obviously here for Team Prolapse, and he is supporting the newest Team Prolapse member, which is Laney. And the reason Laney is now part of Team Prolapse is because Exmar is his boss, and he wants to turn up into Tier 1 and give his boss a hard time. We've also got the Greek, a regular as well. Delory drops it big time.
Yeah, we see Delory go right round, dropped it, hit the fence, and spun it right round. That's a whole load of body panels and lights to put in that next time it's in the pits.
Yeah.
Sorry, Daniel, go on.
Nah, just going through the comments and seeing, like I said, we got the Greek in there saying hello. He's scouting for Tier 1, so he's keeping his eye on and see how he will get on for Tier 1. Luckily, like I said, I unfortunately will not be racing in the Tier 1 tonight due to Matt being ill this evening, so I will be your commentator for this evening. It's a shame, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad because this track looks lethal. But we've also got Alfie here, massive scrap pile into Hair 1, I can tell you that now.
Yeah,
and
no doubt. Yeah,
for sure. But firstly, you need to get down to the hairpin. If we go on board now with Delory here, if we follow him around the circuit, if we can, Kelly. So we go down this straight here, go to the right, and you see those curbs just on the side of the circuit. It's a normal road circuit. There we go. Look at how thick those curbs are. One touch of that, and you're going to be skating off, and Delores holding a big slide, and that's what I mean. And we haven't even got to the hairpin. Oh, that was close. Jesus.
It's going to be crazy tonight. I tell you, it's going to be crazy.
There goes another car.
Tries to get out the way.
This is the problem these guys are going to have. They're not going to be able to set a lap time at the minute. We've only got 3 cars who currently set a lap time. We've still got less than 8 minutes of the session. But Delore and Vliegurk, or Fly as he likes to be called, they're both brothers and from Belgium, so I'm pretty sure they will have their supporters here tonight. But normally Delore is quite good and quick in these cars, so normally we should see Delore. He's currently leading the Tier 2 Clio Cup Championship, so hopefully Delore can kind of get himself sorted and organised so he can put in a decent lap time. But I think
yes, indeed, we can see that Laney's already beaten my time and gone with a 58.3. So maybe I'm in the wrong tier, you know. So he's quickest man on track at the moment with a 58.3. That's reasonably impressive, I'll tell you.
Yeah, definitely a 58.3. Laney is very good in these touring cars, and like I said, is keep an eye on him. Delore gets a big tap of oversteer again, and we're still going around the circuit, and amazed that he's managing to go around without any headlights on at the minute, because I'd be absolutely bricking it into every single corner. But as we see another car into the wall there, yeah. I'm not sure who that is, but again, we're trying to learn these drivers as they keep coming in and out. But Vliegurk and Laney are at the top at the minute, as Delore needs to get a lap time in.
Okay, I'm going to try and as we come round, we're coming round to the end of the lap. I'll run you through a lap with Delore if we can stay on board with him. He's just coming into the last hairpin sideways. There's going to be a lot of that, as you can see. We're coming up to the start-finish straight. Look how short this pit lane. There's the pit in. He's just past this bridge section. There's the pit in right there, and
it's like
there's the pit out, and there's
it's like
turn
a Monza
1.
Classic. It's like a Monza Classic.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. So we're through turn 1, flat scat through there. Little bit of brakes into this one. Touch brakes, go down a gear if you dare. Keep the back end in check. Don't crash into that car. Oh, well, avoid Delore, but it kind of ruined your
track would be
lap a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he kept it on track. So that's round. Where are we? Turn 3. Now this is a tricky bit. You come down here, turns to the left, and you've got to brake. So it's partial braking off the brakes, on the brakes for the 180-degree hairpin. Now you're going to go. You're going to start climbing back up again. This one is flat through here. Next one is 5th gear off the throttle just slightly as it comes up to us right about now. Back end will start to try and skip a little bit. As you can see, that goes sideways slightly as Delore goes round that one. Next one is down a couple of gears. Is a little bit tighter. It apexes twice. Apex, turn it in again so you don't run wide on the exit. This one is flat. You should be 5th gear here now, turning up, changing up to 6. This, if you thread the eye of the needle, you can go flat through that one, but usually the back end steps out, as you can see. We're at the top end of the track, going to start going down again. This is almost flat through here as well. Oh. Gets the back end out slightly. A lot of brakes, down a couple of gears. This one deceives. You think it's faster than it is, and it isn't. Next one's not too bad. Left-hander, tuck it into the apex, or maybe just leave the apex alone, Delore. We don't mind. And now you're coming down to the last hairpin. Flat scat through this one. Flat out 6th gear. All the way down through here. Got to pick up your braking point. You don't want to take the marker. You want to take right about now. Hard on the brakes. He goes sideways again. Hold on to it. There we go. Good boy. As we go flat scat into another lap. Oh, and that's one.
It's less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes if you have a decent lap. So as you see, Delore comes across the line. That lap did count, so he does do a 2-minute 0. That puts him in 3rd place, just behind his brother at the minute. But we've only got 2 cars left still to do a lap time, and that is Snowman and TJH at the minute, who are still to set a lap time. But Laney still the fastest man on circuit at the minute and doing Team Prolapse proud. Just gonna have a look at some of the comments here. The Greek, sorry to hear you won't be joining us. Then again, probably lucky sense this race is gonna be tough. I can barely get a clean lap in with the slicks on this track. So the Greek is not looking forward to it, and to be fair, I would not be looking forward to it either. It's definitely an odd circuit to choose from, but these guys have really got to get a clean lap in. And we got Nicky as well. If I had known Matt was off, I would have jumped in the commentary box with Kelly. But if you want to, Nikki, you're more than welcome to jump with me into the tier 1s and have a little chat with me while we do the tier 1s. But at the minute, we're currently watching Laney on circuit, and if you were to put some predictions in, then please drop a message in and see who you think is going to take the win. I believe Nikki is going to be saying that Laney for the win. Obviously, he's a Team Prolapse driver, so as you see a car ghosting there a little bit, but if you were to put your money on it, Kelly, who would you put your money on for the qualifying session and for the race win?
Well, Laney's the only man in the 58s. This track is going to be about consistency. You're going to have to get yourself into a groove and not mess up, with 12 other drivers around you. So Laney's the quickest man around. I had rubbings with Nick de Villa in Clio's last week, and he went on to have quite a good result in Clio. So I wouldn't rule Nick de Villa out either, who's as I swapped to him, happens to be parked at the side of the track looking in the wrong direction. But
Delore improves.
Yeah, he does. One in the 157s. Now, either I'm really rubbish at this track, or these lap times are beginning to be really quite handy.
Yeah, I think Delore there was just slipstreaming Laney there, so Laney was actually the one who improved his lap time, so he extends his gap. Delore would have gone quicker, but Laney already just improving his lap time. We see WSRJ has improved and gone into third place, so the drivers are now starting to get a hang of this circuit. We currently got 15 people watching the stream and only 11 likes, so please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, and if you want to get a part of the action, then please head over to www.motiveracing.com or head over to our Discord and sign up to get involved. But if it was me, I'd be putting my money on Laney right now, as we see Delore really struggling with the car there. But
that's exactly what the curbs do to you, Dan. They just shoot you off in a different direction. It unbalances the car, and I mean you could end up anywhere. I'm expecting lots of that, lots and lots of it.
For sure. You'll see they're ghosting again. I think there's a little issue with my setup, and that's due to the fact that we have had people just not paying attention into the session and not being here on time, so we might have a little bit of issue here and there, but hopefully things will be sorted for the race.
Certainly something we're going to brush up on as we move on through the season. So where are we?
Currently in what place he's in? He's in 8th place at the minute and currently 4 seconds off the pace. Like you said, it's all about getting a clean lap around here. It's not just all about being fast. It's all about being clean and consistent. You see BT Targa saying, "Come on, Laney," another pro-lap supporter there.
Well, Laney's doing very well at the moment. The only man in the 57s. Only a few consistently in the 58s. So I'm already jealous and thinking that I might make some rubbish job of my pit stop in tier 1 and join you in the commentary box, Dan.
As the session comes to an end.
Yeah, if mine comes to an end really abruptly, then I'll come and join you back in the commentary box. But the session, those guys I know who's still on track, who's going to improve. The session is over, so it's just the last laps that these people are on as we're watching Laney again. Who looks like he's still on it, trying to improve.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to push that gap. Kind of, he's got a second and a bit ahead of Delore, the two Belgian boys who are still neck and neck on their lap times. Laney's gone very wide there for sure, but Laney literally trying to rub the salt in the wound, really.
You can't get away with going wide, you know, it's just kind of luck on how the car performs once it's rolling on and off the curbs. And you can get away with a bit, it is true, but I did last night. I did about 30 laps around here last night, and once the tyres really start to warm up and you get yourself into a groove, it gets a lot easier. As we see Laney now coming onto the last straight, we'll see him come over the start-finish line any second. We'll see if he improves. He's on pole anyway, because I don't think anyone's going to touch him.
The only man still out on track is Craig and Snowman and Jaffa Cake. So unless they
Laney didn't improve. Let's pick up Craig. Craig looks like he's not moving. Oh yeah, maybe he is.
He's on a lap.
He's still on it.
coming towards the line now. Can he improve? Can he get himself any higher than what he is now? Towards the line, here he comes. And we will find out in a section. I believe Delory was late into the session, so he's probably... The reason he was ghosting is because he was missing out on the session. But we see there Jaffa get a 2-place grid penalty. But it is Laney on pole position for Team Prolapse. Will take the pole position here. Delore in 2nd place. And his brother Vligak, or Fly as he likes to be called, will be rounding off the top 3. And Craig will be in that 2nd row. But just as these guys get themselves sorted, you grab a cup of tea, make sure you're back in time. But for a minute, we'll see you in a second. But as we can see here, Kelly, I'm not sure what's going on with Laney there.
Yeah, he's he'll have a headache with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but hopefully he's not disconnected or has now got himself sorted. So I think it might have been just some sort of glitch or something. But as we can see, the main start straight is very tight. So if one person has a bad start and the pack gets all concertinaed up, we can see a massive accident happening.
Oh, very much so. That hairpin, watch that hairpin, watch turn 1. I think it's all going to be chaos here.
Just looking at the comments here, and Nicky's gone and put Laney is just having a bit of a prolapse.
Right, okay. Laney, warming the tyres. Warm, they should be worn right out, my friend.
Pure Motorsport go
lots
Laney.
of support for Laney on this one. He is your man on pole, and he is the one with the warmest tyres because he's just had some sort of seizure or something, or the car has. That'll be a Renault for you. So we are just waiting for everyone to sync up. Oh, it looks like we're underway.
Yes, we are. By those things, everyone just syncing up now. We are about to go revs up high here in the north of France. Here we go, the touring cars. And away we go. Tier 2 get a good start off the line. Who is going to get the best start? As see Laney pulls away beautifully away from Delory, but the Belgian brothers and duos will be making their way down the hill. Here they come into turn 1. Well behaved so far as Jay is just giving a few of the drivers a little bit of a rub as they come down into the 2nd corner. We've got a car going off wide there.
Here we go.
There's one. Oh, they get back on circuit. Be careful as you come back on circuit. But there goes Jay. He's had a massive roll. M.R. Ford has gone wide everywhere. As well. There's B&W spinning. Nick DeVilla's involved.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars involved, something like that.
Multiple car carnage. That
haven't got to the hairpin yet.
That roll that Jay had was reminding me of what was it? It was one of the touring cars in British touring car had a big smack at Silverstone and rolled over. I believe that was Rory Butcher, but into the hairpin, and look, they all just seem to be struggling, spinning. There's another car off. TH slumping there, just getting through the hairpin, but Laney pulling way out in front, but he's got Delory right close with him as Craig has had a good start and now into 3rd place with Ligak, who's managed to recover a little bit into 4th place. But wow, what an interesting start for the first couple of laps, and they still got like 28 minutes left of the session.
Yeah, we haven't even been half a lap round yet, and we've had 6 or 7 cars off already. One of them fell victim to that tricky braking zone into the hairpin. So, and here goes.
Oh no, Delory's dropped it. He nearly rolled it as well. So Craig, his brother, nearly hits him. Vligert's had a spin as well. And we got this bunch of guys coming up. Jaffa Cake leading this pack with Nick DeVilla close behind. Watch out for Delory there. There's Delory stuck in the middle of the circuit. Guys, you just want to be a little bit careful. Jay's had a spin as well. TJ's getting involved. Whoever picked this circuit, what were you thinking?
What were you thinking? It's crazy.
But, this is just the tier 2s. Imagine what the tier 1s are going to be like.
Oh, I don't even want to start thinking about it, Dan, to be fair.
But Laney's still out in front for Team Prolapse, leading them away. Boopneep, who's doing well this season as well, he's up into 4th place and trying to get onto the back of these guys. Luckily, these guys do not have to pit, but wow, all sorts of chaos going on now at the start, Kelly.
Absolutely, and as I said, I knew this was going to throw this kind of racing up as we go towards.
Oh, look. Jay just having a little bit of rub with. Who's he having a rub with? His. That one. We'll call him Sia because I can see this. SFD. Consia. Consia?
Yeah.
Consia, we'll go with that.
And he's gone wide, crash into the wall, up the hedge.
Who's that with him? That's Jaffa Cake.
Else with him.
That's Jaffa Cake as well.
Cake's gone with him.
Oh my god, this is going to be another car facing on. That's Nick de Villa. Jay's making up places left, right, and centre. The Belgian duo there of. Oh my god, I didn't even know what to talk about. Laney could do some Dan Donuts at the end of this one. Well, at the minute, with a 5-second gap to Craig, he probably couldn't. Delory forces his way through past TJ, but I don't know how you're doing the cameras, Kelly, because there's all sorts of chaos going on. 16 people watching the stream right now.
With pure luck, Daniel. With absolute pure luck.
We've had to wait due to a little bit of complications, but it's been worth the wait because these guys are absolutely smacking each other apart. These ain't touring cars. This is Demolition Derby. As Jay just contacts with one of the Belgian guys. I think that's Vliegak. Flyers just had a spin.
It might have been Nick Villa. No, it wasn't. It's something else.
That's Vliegak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
But oh my god, 17 people watching the stream. Come on, hit that like button. These guys are driving the worst circuit at night for you guys. Come on, Delory is now on the back of Bootneep, and he's got Craig, I think, in front of him. Delory, oh no, sorry, is it Snowman? That's Snowman. Snowman is in front of these guys. But we got like five cars here, all battling it out for 4th place.
And they're about to come down to the next heavy braking zone, which is the last hairpin before the start-finish straight. So look at, as I say that, 2 of them go wide on the grass, trying to brake on the grass as they go round into the... Oh. Sorry, Dan, I thought you were going to say something then. It's hard to know what to follow right now, isn't it? And as you say, you're going to have some fun with Tier 1. You really are. As Laney is still out in front, he's pulled himself 7.5 seconds. The trick with this track is just to keep it cool and keep it consistent. He's got 7.5 seconds now over Craig in the lead, and we're only lap 3 with 25 minutes yet to go. It is mentally and physically tiring, this track.
Just going off on the grass there. Delory puts it back on circuit. How these guys have not got penalties, I do not know. Vliegak is in the pit. Nick de Villa's picked up. Oh my god, Jay takes out another car. I'm not sure who he hits. He hits M.A. Amford, I think that was. M. Amford, and he's given the place back, so that's fair play to him.
Certainly
TJ,
has. That's the right way to do it.
TJ got caught up in all that as well, but absolute chaos here at the start.
Yes, it is, as they start to string out a little bit, and hopefully they're going to try and get themselves into the groove as they...
What groove? There is no groove.
Well,
I mean, Laney, the only one who seems to be in the groove, so is Craig and Bootneep, but these guys all seem to be struggling a little bit.
Laney's now 12 seconds ahead, so he's in the groove. We won't talk about him too much because we don't want to spoil it for him.
I don't know, it could be more exciting if he has a little bit of an off. He might have to do some work then, but currently at the minute Laney is just pulling away. He's definitely at Tier 1 pace, not Tier 2 pace, so
absolutely
he's just running away with this right now. And Bootneep's caught onto the back of Craig.
Yes, he has. Craig's driving around with no lights because he's obviously smashed his lights front and rear, which is going to make life tricky for him.
Luckily,
it's not the best lit circuit either.
Luckily, Bootneep has caught up to the back of him so he can use his lights, as you can see it going down into turn 1. But
that's right.
Whoever picked this circuit, whoever picked this time zone, I definitely didn't, but it's absolute chaos.
You're crazy, whoever did.
I believe it was G. I believe it was G who picked this. So
gotta be G, isn't it?
Yeah. The only G, probably the only man who could probably do a decent lap without any lights on around here.
Yeah, he probably does it by smell alone. You know, or
smell
something
alone,
like
just by touch. He just rubs something and he's there.
Just,
as we're seeing here, Bootneep going down the inside of Craig.
Yeah, nice move. Can he keep it stuck? That's the way. That's the way we like to do it. Yeah, nice bit of move that was. Yeah.
Yeah, beautifully done as they see it go away.
There's not a lot of overtaking opportunities around this track. As you can imagine, most of the time you spend your life just trying to stay on it, let alone line up for a move. But that was nicely done, for sure. As I said, it's mentally exhausting because every single corner is an adventure. As we see Snowman just into the hairpin, neat and tidy, in and out without too much drama. So much time can be won and lost in corners like that. As Craig hasn't let... the lights on. There we go. You switch his lights off. Sorry?
Bootneep, yeah, he's just or Bootneep or whatever. I call him Bootneep because it's just easier. But yeah,
fair
he's
enough.
Just I don't know what the game is with the lights. I think he was just trying to distract Craig behind and hope he makes a mistake. But these two are having a fantastic fight right now, really keeping it clean. Craig gets a run there. Bootmeat shuts the door. That's a little bit rude there, Bootmeat, but
oh, that's
a little flash. I don't understand why.
I don't know if he's signalling to us with those lights, or he's trying to put Craig off. I don't know.
I think that's more towards Craig, that one.
Yeah, because Craig's got no lights on his car whatsoever, front or rear. I don't know if he's just switched them off, or he's if he hasn't assigned them, or what. Or they've been smashed up. But he's certainly still there as they go into turn one once again. And again, these guys starting to find a groove. Who else is quick? Let's have a look. We'll follow this one down to the hairpin, because that's where.
Bootmeat with a massive slide.
Yeah, huge slide.
Oh,
they're taking each other out. Oh no!
I'm not sure what happened there. I think Bootmeat just caught the curb, and that was it. He was swung into the side of Craig, and I'm pretty sure
Craig's now in the dark on his own.
Maybe one of them will be putting in the steward's inquiry on that one, but I'm not sure who was at fault there. I think it was a racing incident by the looks of it to me, but we've still got 10 drivers here.
I think any incident today is going to be very, very difficult to assign a blame, as we see Delore crashing into the wall. There's another headlight gone on Delore's car.
He's struggling to find reverse gear, and Jay's going to benefit from this as well. And he can't get out of reverse gear now. So Delore was looking good to try and get past Bootmeat, but now he's lost out. So just look at some of the comments here. Pure Motorsport saying 16 seconds ahead in Tier 1 pace. Awesome pace from Laney. It's no longer 16 seconds. It's now 25 seconds. Laney's way out in front at the minute. Martin here goes and says, go Laney. A bit of support. And I think Martin is actually X-Mart, who is his boss. So he's here to support him. Laney is flying. Yeah, X-Mart. I'd be worried. Nikki saying there. We've got 21 people watching the stream. Please hit that like button. Every like and subscribe will help us massively. And thank you for tuning in. We had to wait a little bit, but we have got some exciting racing here as we're watching the BMW of TH Humphrey here trying to get past. Bootmeat's had a tap.
A little nudge in the back. Oh, that was a little bit rude. That was.
That was a little bit.
Yeah.
As TJ Humphrey is losing out to MA there, so a little bit rude there from TJ there, but I don't know where to look or where to commentate, Kelly. It's just all sorts of chaos. For all I know is that Laney is way out in front, and the only one
29 seconds now from Craig. Laney is it's
second of 30 seconds.
Sorry.
Neck end of 30 seconds he has in front.
Neck ends of half a minute in 6 laps. So yeah, that's good going. But if he's in that groove and he's got nobody in his way, that's how he's able to get his head down and get on with it.
Definitely.
Certainly pulling doing in the 58.1 is Laflap, the only man in the 58s. So yes, Laney's certainly on a Tier 1 pace for sure. So wait to see how the race pans out for him, but he's looking good at the moment. Somebody in the background went
my God!
Wide. I don't know who it was. Oh, yeah, he was on his roof and all the rest of it. I wouldn't want to be these guys in the dark as well. I didn't practice this in the dark at all. So, so I hope Tier 1's not in the dark.
I'm sorry. I hope Tier 1's back on the stream and just see Bootmeat go flying. Oh my God! What is this race? Yeah. Oh my God! Jay currently sitting in 4th place.
Yeah, it is crazy. I said it would be. I said right at the start of the season that this track will be absolutely nuts. As Daniel has some sort of mental meltdown there, needs to take a moment to compose himself. Oh God, I bet Martin Brundle don't have these problems, does he?
God. I don't think Martin Brundle has a Renault Megane flying across the screen. I think he's retired now.
Let's face it, if he was racing like this, the race would have been stopped after lap 1. But that's the joy of the virtual world and how we race.
I'm sorry, guys. I've contained myself now. I've got a couple of comments coming in as Pam here goes to put Bootmeat is flying and Phil goes to put high. But I think Bootmeat has retired. He has had enough. But I
don't blame him, to be fair.
We're not even halfway through yet. Oh my God. As I see there, I think that's Delore. Yeah, Delore loses that to Jay there as Jay forces his way through.
Okay, nobody really close on track at the moment. It's going to be random lucky with pickup and whatever. I will give you an interesting, not a fact, Daniel, but something that I've noticed from spending way too much time trying to learn this track.
Right.
If you notice, as Jay comes down to the hairpin, right,
yep.
I want you to notice the spectators at the side of the track. This is actually
we ain't got
set.
any lights.
Sorry?
We ain't got any lights to see, but I will try my very best. I need to eat more carrots, but I'll
you'll
try
see
it.
as he comes down to the hairpin. The design of this track seems to be based in the late 60s or 66. If you can see, there's a split screen camper, yeah, a split screen camper
Escort.
on the and a Mark 1 Escort. Right, we'll do it again. Right, on the infield of the hairpin is a VW split screen.
Yeah,
You'll
I
see
see it. There it is.
Sit there, right. Now just
Cameraman
look to the
standing on
right
it.
now. There's a Mark 1 Escort back there. If you're in the game and you go to that point in the game, all the people, there's all classic cars parked up there, or what would have been classic
Jay's gone
cars.
wide. Jay's gone very wide. So Delore looks like he'll be in for a chance here, but classic cars. And we got what 2015 Megans at the minute.
That's right. The track time, although we are racing in present day, this track I believe is set in 1966 on the game.
In the
That's
game.
what I believe.
And we're racing.
Now
Was it 1966?
1966 is where I think the game.
And I believe this game was made in 2013 or 16. So we're what?
17 the game was made, wasn't it? 2017.
So what are we? We're 51 years into the future.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So,
wow, where's Marty McFly? Like, is he meant to be popping out in his DeLorean right now and just start flying across the screen? But definitely,
yes, indeed.
Using the hay bales around the outside instead of tire walls, we've got hay bales instead. But wow,
yes,
wow,
absolutely. You wait till, as I say, if you, any of you guys who play this game, if you stop down at the hairpin, you'll see that there's a whole load of classic cars that, well, they're not classic, they're
of the era.
Yeah, of the era, exactly that.
I'm just going to have a look at the comments in a minute. Pam puts here, without lights, this is almost impossible. And I'm pretty sure it's almost impossible. They're just relying on looking at the white lines that are on the circuit right now. Phil goes and put, race car fly into the air. Tier 1 is not like this. No, hopefully not, but I don't know. I don't know. It depends what kind of mood the Tier 1 drivers are in. But all I'm going to say is I'm glad I'm not racing. That's all I'm going to say.
I do believe there's some of the guys in Tier 1 who are of the opinion that they don't need to practice too much. They just rock up and drive what's in front of them. So happy days in Tier 1, you see.
Wow.
And also in Tier 1, the feature race is going to have a pit stop. And I do think that is going to bring up absolute chaos. We know my pit stop history is rubbish. But I think the exiting of the pits into that turn 1 is going to be really tricky. As Delore's got a real run now on the back of Jay, but there's no way around there to pass. The first opportunity is going to be hairpin now, I think.
No, it's not the hairpin. We're going into some quick S's right now, but we've got 21 people currently watching the stream. We've only got 18 likes, so please, guys, hit that like button. Martin goes to pits. Do you think of pit stop entry of this track? What do you think of the pit stop entry then, Kelly? What do you think of it?
What do I think? It's dangerous, is what I think. But
entry and exit.
Yeah, both.
Really I just noticed Craig's just dropped right off the pace.
He's gone down. He's in this group here. He must have had a bit of a moment. So we're on board with Delore at the moment, and the pit entrance is right there. You've really got to stand on the brakes to get it slowed down, to get it in the pits. It's, as you can see, look, this is just crazy.
I mean, the sky looks nice. Look at the stars. The stars are looking.
Yeah, it's lovely evening, isn't it?
Oh, wait, there goes Craig, and Delore crashes into him. Oh, all sorts of chaos there, but there's me too busy staring at the stars. But Jay has got away with that and is now into second place. But Delore with a 47-second gap.
Let's go on. Laney, not Delore. Laney, Dan has got a 47-second gap, as you quite rightly said, and we're on board with him. I was going to do a lap, Dan, if I can.
Go for it.
On board with Laney.
Before we do that,
sorry,
I'm going to answer Nikki's questions. So, Dan, would you make a tyre change for this one? Probably not.
No, absolutely not. No, still
Right, go for it, Kelly.
The pit lane might be fast enough, but the Project 2 mechanics, as we know, are rubbish. So here we go, over the front, start, finish straight. Turn 1, flat scat. Balance the rear end as it steps out. He's got that lovely, hasn't he? Got that car's
Laney's
looking
got this track down.
very well sorted. Yeah, absolutely. Come off. Confidence lifts. Keep it in 6th gear. Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle, but nothing you wouldn't expect. This one's flat again. Hugs the apex, really nice. Now watch this here. I want to see where he brakes. Comes off the throttle early as you turn the corner. Brake hard.
That's beautiful.
Wave to the man with the Mark 1 Escort just there.
It's gone really wide.
Untidy on the grass, but you can't do that. This one's flat through here. Next one's 5th gear, off the throttle. Don't need to touch the brakes. That's it. Just let the back end have its moment. Over to the outside of the corner, to the right hand side of the corner. This one's tight, down 2 gears, double apex. Come tuck into that apex there. Up the hill, this one's flat. At the top here, as I said, it's eye of the needle stuff. You want to keep it between the curbs and the hay bales on the left hand side. Beautiful, absolutely lovely. Laney's in a groove of his own at the moment in the 157s. Challenging corner this, but rewarding. Just touches the curb. You can do that. Mount up on the curb. Off the throttle, come down a gear, maybe 2. Hug that apex. This is coming to the next one. Hug the apex on the left hand side. Let it run. Not too deep out there onto the right. Little mistake there, but he got it all back together. Now pretty much flat scat all the way to the next hairpin. So you can come through here flat. There's the marker, but brake later than that, as he did.
150, I think he
goes
hit,
out wide, tucks it back to the apex, and back to the start finish straight.
Yeah, and I've just noticed a few drivers went into the pits, and I'm not sure if they've been either going in to get some headlights, which I believe TJ has got some fresh new headlights now as he's trying to catch onto the back of Delore. Delore's been in the pits as well, and I believe so has Snowman, I think, was in the pits as well. So all these guys, I think, have been in the pits. Nick DeVilla has definitely been in the pits. I think he's got some fresh set of lights. He misses his braking point. Nearly.
What kind of move was that, Nick?
he gets the drive out the final corner. He did wait it, but then as soon as he got the chance, he got back in front. So, Snowman's not really happy with that one, but I'm sure he'll be happy to put an inquiry in if he wasn't too happy about that. But maybe some of these guys have not fueled themselves properly. Maybe some of them had to do a pit and put some fuel in. Laney, his time has dropped down. He's 2:03 at the minute when he was in the 57s, but it's definitely
he's got nearly a minute in hand. So if he had a bit of a moment, then he's kind of welcome to it, because he's, let's say, got nearly a minute in hand with 9 minutes of the session left to go. He's really just got to keep it all together, really, hasn't he, Dan?
Yeah, he's just got to keep it on track. He's got a 54-second gap to Jay, and Jay is just absolutely he was faster that last lap, but Jay has managed to survive this in the Prolapse colours. But Laney's on a different level right now. I think he, other than his little accident that we saw on his own, but yeah, it was a bit of a tricky circuit, and Laney has really kind of put his stomp on this one. No one has looked to be anywhere near his pace or talent tonight.
No, and he's managed to keep all his headlights and rear lights as well, which I don't think anybody else has done. I don't know. Emma Ford is no headlight out.
I think Delore's come in and had a pit, and obviously as he's coming in the pit, the headlights
cheating,
are prepared.
Yeah,
wow,
I had new headlights put on. Still quite dark for, well, this would be nearly 6:30 in the morning.
Oh my God, have you seen the comments, Kelly?
What's that?
Xmart has got an ask, Dad, was Dan a good boy when he was little?
Oh no,
and Nicky goes to put, Xmart was thinking of asking the same question. Well, we're going to leave that question for another day when you guys won't ever get to know the answer.
Is that what you want me to say, Dan? He was cracking.
I mean,
an absolute pleasure. Best years of my life.
I was
absolute diamond. He was.
All right. I'll pay you later. All right, just calm down.
Yeah. That would be a first if you paid me for anything. That'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I will have you removed from the
now
championship.
look what you people have done. Look what you people have done on the comments now.
Just blame Team Prolapse. That's what I do.
Yeah. Team Prolapse, see what you've done. You've put a wedge between us now as we go. As we have a bit more racing. Oh, as
TJ going all over the grass.
TJ was all over the place. He was gaining. I don't know if Nick passed him actually, because Nick is flying.
I think TJ's just been behind him.
Yeah, I think he passed TJ. As we see Nick, as I say, Nick is cracking on at the moment. As I say, headlight. I say that he goes a little bit wide, but as I said, sometimes you can get away with it on here. I don't know if I'm looking forward to Tier 1 at all. You know, I don't even know if I'm. You know, I don't know. I really don't, Dan. Do you know what I mean? It's. Yeah, Dan is a secret Prolapse member. Are you, Dan? Is that right?
No. Nicky's just stirring rubbish. As I was saying,
motive all the way, isn't you?
Motive all the way, yeah. Even though Team Prolapse are motive drivers anyway, they're all lovely drivers, and they're the good side of motive. But we're seeing here, Palm goes with Vliegert with a 58.8 on the last position. So Vliegert has got some pace at the back, so maybe he'd be trying to go for that fastest lap. There is a point for fastest lap. So maybe he's just trying to steal that point away from Laney right now. But he's quite away from the next car. I think he's 40 seconds back from Snowman. So really all we can do is try and get that fastest lap and take it away, really. But fair play to keep going round. As we see, Dolores just picked up a time penalty. So Laney, Delore and Nick Davila all on time penalties. So, but while we are in... Sorry, go on.
Sorry, Dan. Yeah, no, I was going to say there isn't a lot of slowdown stuff, or not so much. If those of you who don't know the format, who don't race it, or have never tried it before, if you cut corners on this game, it gives you what's called a slowdown, where you get told to slow down, and if you don't slow down, you get a penalty, which are marked as a red dot on the timings on the left top of your screen, where you see the timings. Those who've got a red mark to their name means they have a time penalty. We don't know what that time penalty is. It could be anything, but if you don't do a slowdown, it usually starts off with a 1 second penalty. So you'll get, if you cut a corner, you get a slowdown. If you ignore that slowdown, which are brutal, let me also tell you, because the slowdown usually costs you about 3 or 4 seconds and not just the one. But once you get a slowdown, you get a 1 second penalty, which is added to your race time at the end. When you're Laney and you're 54 seconds in front, it's going to make a lot of difference in a couple of seconds. But for other guys, it can do. And they always receive...
Big moment there.
Big moment, and stuffs it into the picket fence. That's another headlight gone.
Don't worry, there's only about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left of this torture, so just keep going around.
Yes, and as I said, if you get a slowdown penalty, it's some tracks it's really, really difficult. We played at the Algarve first round of the season. That was really, really tricky to not have slowdowns. This track isn't quite so bad for slowdowns because the horrendous curbs are your slowdown on this one.
Yeah. Just gonna have a quick look through the comments a minute, as the Team Prolapse boys putting in massive love for Motive Racing right now, as they say in Xmar here. We are just a part of Motive. Motive is always number one, a part of the community. The boys at Motive are spot on and give so much, so thank you, lads. And also, yeah, Motive number one from Nikki, and Nikki also saying if it wasn't for Motive there wouldn't be any Team Prolapse. And Greek saying trying to drive in the dark on this track is mad. So thank you guys for all the kind words that you say. We do try and put on a great show for everyone. And again, the Team Prolapse boys are just here to have a bit of fun and enjoy the racing as well. So thank you guys, and thank you to all who are currently watching. We've got 21 people watching the stream right now. It's much love appreciated. And like I said, if you want to get involved, then please head over to motiveracing.com. Head over to our Discord, and I see Hodson there saying always fun to watch. Thanks. We always try and put on a good show, and Kelly's a relatively new commentator. I'm a new commentator as well. We're not professionals, and we're just having to have a good laugh with you guys in the comments. And yeah, while we're all struggling in these tough times at the minute in the world.
Yes, indeed. Well said, Daniel. Yes, indeed. As you say, we're not professionals. We're just here as keen amateurs of the game and motorsport fans. and we love all things motorsports. Me and Daniel are both from the bottom end, as we see. Oh, that was a tricky move. Me and Daniel live at the bottom of the country down here in Cornwall. There's not a lot open to us motorsport-wise, although we do
in the UK.
get to the British Touring Car.
Let's not forget we are worldwide. So in the UK, down in Cornwall, as we got some couple of Belgian people in here.
Absolutely. We're for those of you who are from overseas, when you look at the Great British Isles, the little bit at the end,
That's
as
us.
we see Emma Ford going into the wall. You see the little bit at the bottom of the country. That's where me and Dan live. We're right down at the bottom in sunny Cornwall. There's no snow with us, unfortunately, and there is in the rest. A lot of the rest of the country's got snow and heavy rain this week. We haven't got any of that, but we're just keen motorsport fans, touring car, F1, all things like that, and just trying to give you our best, really. Thanks so much for your excellent commentary. Martin, you're a star.
Thank you, Xmar. But currently we are getting towards the end of this session. We got a minute. Oh, Laney's dropped it all on his own.
Oh.
But he's got 52 seconds, so it's all right. Laney's going to be safe, I would say. We're not going to curse him, but he's got a minute left of the session. I'm not sure whereabouts on the circuit he is, so this might be his last lap. It might be the penultimate lap, but
no, I don't think it will. He might get another one in, Dan. He's top end of the track.
Lap. We'll keep an eye on him at the minute.
Yeah, might get one more in.
But I got to say, a huge thank you to these drivers right now. A massive thank you to them. This is not easy. This is a tricky circuit in the dark.
As Laney goes off again. Sorry,
Dan. He's got time in hand, so he can just have a little bit of fun and just slow down his pace and finish the race early if he wanted to. But he's obviously going for it. But a massive thank you to the 8 drivers who are still going around and giving it their best. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not have a show. So 24 people liking the stream, 3 people haven't liked it. So please hit that like button for the support of these guys. This has been very tricky for them, and the tier 1s are going to be going the same conditions as Laney comes around the final corner and comes towards the line. 10 seconds on the clock.
He's going to go over the line. He's going to do another lap, Dan.
I mean, he could have slowed right down and then just finished the race there, but he's not going to. He's going to do one more lap. He's going to put one more lap of torture for these guys.
One more lap in.
Pro laps,
as you said, Daniel. Sorry, Daniel. As you said, 23 people watching. Hit that like button. That guy who hit the dislike button, I think EastEnders is on, or Coronation Street if you want to go and watch that. As you can see, Laney coming down now. He's still got a 46-second lead over WSRJ, so he can just cruise this last lap without too many problems. Now I'm beginning to feel nervous because I've got to go out and do this in a minute. So all those of you still watching, please be kind on me. Be kind on me because I'm probably going to mess it up.
I won't be.
Yeah, you won't be. I know you won't be, but there you go.
As I just see in the comments here, Sean Lane says great comments from you guys. And Nikki says Laney smashed the pro laps and a nice win. It's not over yet. It's not over yet, Nikki. He can still drop it, you know, if he's got more than a gap. But I'm pretty sure he's going to win this. And I think Sean Lane is actually probably Laney himself. He's managed to find time while he's driving around to do a comment as well. So that's impressive.
Really? But I have so much trouble just driving the car. I can't multitask and do anything else. That's for certain sure. Yes, indeed. The race isn't quite over yet, but certainly the fat lady is warming up as we speak. As Laney comes down the top end of the track. He's starting to go down, slightly downhill again now, as he comes down through these tricky couple of S's. He hasn't really been troubled by anyone for this win. Started from the lights on pole position, managed to keep his head down, get into a lovely rhythm. This guy will be in tier 1 next season for sure.
Here he comes into the final hairpin.
Yeah, and he's going to be challenging for wins, I believe. So as he comes into the last hairpin, as Daniel said, you can take him over the line, Daniel.
Laney comes across the line to finish in first again. He takes 3 from 3, wins here in the Tier 2 Touring Car Championship. He slows right down to the line and crosses into first place. A well-deserved win for Laney, and brilliant job from him tonight with no lights towards the end as we go towards WSRJ, who I believe is still into the chicane section. WSRJ has got a bit of a gap to Delory, 23 seconds.
A bit of a gap. There's about 3.5 days between them.
So, well, there's 3.5 days between him and Delory. How many days was it between Jay and Laney? But towards the line he comes. He's coming into the final part of the section in the Prolapse colours. Not a Prolapse driver, but he's wearing the Prolapse colours. Prolapse have to turn up at some point into the final hairpin. Jay, a fantastic job to get a second place here tonight. The top three once again coming out on top. These guys are fighting for the championship as Jay comes towards the line and he completes the top two at the minute and across the line. Well done to Jay, and Delore is not far behind, but I have to say,
these guys, sorry Dan, these guys, Jay, Delore and all like that, have been up and down the grid order mine throughout this race. It's only Laney that's been consistent. All the other guys have pretty much been in every single position.
For sure, but as Delore comes towards the line now, flash of the lights, he keeps his championship hopes alive, but I think it's too... Laney might have this in the bag. He crosses in third place, but the man to beat this season will be Laney. Maybe James Laney is the driver there who's commented in here, and Pure Motorsport puts Prolapse everywhere, so Prolapse comments all over the stream. But thank you to all the people who have been following and watching the stream. A bit of a slow start at the beginning. We're seeing M. Afford coming towards the line and to finish. Nick De Villa as well. These guys just coming around to finish their race. But Nick De Villa towards the line to take 5th place. Again, a survival of fittest in this race. And that is it. That's all she wrote. But thank you all to everyone who's watching. Laney takes the win from Jay, from Delore. But an awesome job from all those guys. And a massive thank you for Kelly for joining me into the commentary box. Kelly, any final words from you?
Fear.
Fear.
Sweating, worry, despair, and that's just for me going into the next tier, in tier 1 in a minute. Thank you, Daniel. Pleasure as always. You've turned into such a better boy as you've got older. You were such a bad boy when you were young.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you very much, Dan. Great racing from everyone. Thank you to everyone who watched along. Thank you for the lovely comments. Appreciate it all. I'm off to go and race tier 1. I'm going to go and do my limbering up at the moment and all that, and put my overalls on. And I'll see you in tier 1. Thank you, Daniel.
No worries. And to the guys who are currently still in the stream right now, please go grab a coffee, have a little break, toilet break, whatever, and come and join myself back into tier 1, where the tier 1 drivers will be heading into this track. Delore takes the fastest lap at the end of that, so make sure you stay with me into the next race. But from the tier 2 guys, it's good night, and we will see you very shortly.
Thank you. Good night.